How's it going tonight? Sorry about the reversed camera there. Is anybody there that can hear me? Let me know if I've got sound this time before I speak for nearly 5 minutes and realise that I've got no sound. Are we there? Is there anybody there? Get on this one as well. Just bear with. There we go. Got some people watching. Alicia W, I'm on and the sound's on. Alicia W, my faithful granddaughter. Thanks for coming in tonight, kid. You got a bank holiday tomorrow, so that means you can stay up later, I'm guessing. Uh, Justin Lashley, here in Laramie. I know you're pretty close anyway, because I just left you an hour ago, so I thought you'd be further on than that. I just thought I'd pop on here, do a bit of a live stream, and just let you get an update what's going on. Pithers, evening, Tommy. Evening to you. Stephen Foley can hear you in Perthshire. Holy smoke. I thought it was only my wife's voice that travelled that far. I know she's watching, so that might get her antagonised a wee bit. But no, great to have people on here. Fantastic. It's quite good. I have to do it at this time of day so that we can have the times kind of match up. I've a notion to do it sometimes in the morning, but then all the, you know, people are still in their bed, and you get the whole time zone thing. Pithers 1990 says, "How are you, bud? I am fresh, to say the least. I got down to Atlanta there and got unloaded Friday morning, reloaded, and got up to Mont Eagle. Got to sleep there at the top of the hill in the rest area, and fired on up the road Saturday. I slept for a really good sleep that night, and then last night, Justin and I met up coming along the road, and we travelled together there for a while, and it was pretty decent. We had immature fun coming along the freeway from Kentucky to Cheyenne, Wyoming, to say the least. Dale Mandel, hello Tommy, hi Dale, thanks for coming in. But it was a blast. I got good sleep again last night. We stopped at Crete, another one over in the Greek islands, the one in Nebraska. So we just pulled into the side of the road. He pulled in behind my truck, and we got a snooze and up this morning and hit the road. So, but it's Ulu honesty. Hey, hey. Um, we're coming along there, coming across the freeway, and to be honest, there wasn't a lot past as we were kind of running at 80. Hey, and let me tell you that the expense of having a hooded truck. I'm not saying that the green truck gets any great fuel mileage, but Justin and I filled up in Boonville yesterday, and from Boonville to Sydney is 660 miles or something like that. But he idled his truck last night, and I didn't. And it was about 52 degrees. But the yellow truck with that big flat front on it, and these air cleaners and all the things that catch the air. Frank Goodman, hi Tommy. When you're back in GB, the weather is spot on here now. I know it is, Frank. My wife's always telling me that. I'm hoping to get back very soon. Your name came up, Stephen Foley. Your name came up on a road run, and let me find that here. I'll come back to that. That was a bit more reading than I could get done there so quickly. But we were coming across. Oh yeah, the fuel. That's what I was telling you. I'll turn this down a bit so that I can use my iPad to read. The cost of the fuel. Justin's green truck as opposed to mine, yellow one. 660 miles. I used 20 gallon more than he used. So $3 a gallon, $60 to go 600 miles extra. And I hate to tell it, when you're running fast, you burn the fuel up. But to be honest with you, I averaged 4.66 miles to the gallon in this yellow thing. But hey, the entertainment value is incredibly good. We come up with a plan for recruitment I'm just going to put down the side of the trailers. If you want to be the guy that's passing somebody else or something like that, you know, if you want to go as fast as we are, that's the bottom line. If you want to go as fast as we are, hurry up and get a pen and write the number down in the back of this trailer before we're out of sight. But we had a blast going across there and talking to CBs and stuff, so it's good. He's a good kid and had a lot of fun with him. So, back to some of these comments. Here we go. Frank, I'm trying to get a trip organised back to the homeland. The wife's doing a cracking job in that cafe there. Her Libby, she's just every week is better than the one before, and I'll need to thank everybody that subscribed to the channel that's popped in there and said hello to her. So appreciate that. But I need to get a trip planned back. I keep waiting for them to tell us that we don't need to take any tests before we get back across to get into the country again. So that's what I've been trying to suss out. I'm not exactly sure how it all goes, you know, with the tests anymore. The last time when my wife came over, unexpectedly, it cost us a test there to come here, a test here before she left here, and then before they let you on the plane at this end, you have to pay for 2 tests over there. So it costs us about £500 in tests for Libby herself. So, but that's what I'm kind of trying to suss that out, and we've got a couple of things coming on. Young Wes is putting some trucks on the road. He's going to lease on to us. Still going to drive my truck in the oil field, and there's a couple of jobs coming up in Texas that we're looking at as well. So get that organised, then get home, get some good grub, see the wife, have a laugh, instead of this constant existence in a truck. But Stephen Foley, your name came up on a road run up to Dufftown via Newton Moore Grill. Truck and Driver magazine editor was going to be contacting you about. Are you freaking kidding me? Really? That would be awesome. Huh. Truck and Driver. I used to get that. There's a man at home in Scotland that was quite influential in me getting into trucks and buses. Don't know where to thank him some days or whether or not. It's Gordon Transport there in Stair. I was collecting for the bonfire night when I was about 14, and he was throwing out all his Truck and Driver and Commercial Motor magazines, and didn't throw them in the bonfire. I kept them and I read them cover to cover and self-educated myself as somebody who's 14 can. But I sure wish I had not even bothered with the buses. It's great. I love driving a coach. That's nice, but it's too hard to make money at it. You know, people that are doing the coaching, you end up with if you have to get a new one, it's £250,000, and then people want to hire it for 400 a day to go on a tour to all over the UK. So it's tough to make it with the modern equipment, and then you end up running older equipment, you know. So, but the trucking, most people I know that are in trucking in the UK are quite well off. They've done all right out it. But most folk that run the buses, it seems to be like a train set that everybody takes out and plays with it every day and puts it back at night, and a lifestyle business, and nobody makes any money at it, including me. See, there's 20 people on here now. There's a like button there. If you could hit that, that'd be great. That'd help things go along. Where we got here? David Richardson, how are you? David Richardson says, "How are you, Tommy? Love listening to you from Pineville, Oregon. Cool. Oregon's one of those states, a bit like New Mexico, where it's better than the road people think they're better than everybody, and we have to pay a little premium to go in there. But it's gorgeous up there. I like hauling the Christmas trees out of Oregon. It's lovely, you know, that time of year when you're going down that Columbia Gorge down towards Portland and down to Salem to grab our Christmas trees. It's a nice drive. Yep, nice part of the planet. Where are we? Justin Lashley, tired of the right lane? Give us a call. That's a good idea, Justin. We'll get that on the side of the truck. If you're tired of being in the right lane and getting passed, write the number down. Rory O, evening Tommy, evening Rory. Appreciate all the help you give us. I need to get my CPC done when I get back into Scotland and get that sorted out. So, Stephen Foley says my Foden and Renault T-High is in July issue. Oh, cool. Dougie, the editor, seemed keen on featuring a Scotsman running trucks stateside. I'd be mortified, to be honest with you. What's it like to have to be in a national magazine? I would be. I don't know if I could have the guts to do that. Even when I'm set, I can have the idea of doing these live videos, and then when it comes right down to like setting it up, my hand starts to tremble and I get awfully nervous about doing it because it's quite interactive, you know. The videos, I do that and make a mistake and then I can change it. But being in a national magazine, I guess it was in the Buses magazine once. They did a profile on us on there, but truck and driver. Yeah, as well. Okay, well, I'd give that a go, I think. Joshua Nightingale from Houston, Texas. Hey, Joshua, thanks for coming in. Houston, like it down there. I do like a bounce to Houston. It's a cool part of the planet. Freaky weather some days, you know. You think it's nice and warm, then that humidity kicks up and it gets. You can feel the pressure in the air, and then it goes all thundery, and within seconds again it's dry. So, thanks for coming in. Fraser McDonald. Hi, Tommy. I have just started driving HGVs in Scotland. Well, class 1 now. Love it. Hey, good. I'm glad you like it. Out of all the jobs I've had, I've worked in coal mines and other people's workshops, you know, shoveled stuff that's unmentionable. You know, driving a truck's pretty good gig, you know. Oh no, this guy's coming out to see me here. He's got a gun on him. I hope he's not going to chase me. So we'll soon see. So hold on. That guy when I went into the store there, I went in and he goes, "How you doing?" I said, "Yeah, okay, buddy." And he said, "I ain't been called a bud. I ain't been a bud since 1964." And I thought, whatever. I said, "I didn't call you bud. I called you buddy, but whatever." And then as I got up to the counter, I realised he had a freaking gun strapped to his leg. A guy from Scotland just does not get used to that. Oh, here he's coming back. I could be getting huckled here. So, but yeah, right. There's a big sign up that says no parking without a permit. I'll just take this down, let you see the lovely parking facilities they have. It's just all puddles and junk. But yeah, the big man had a gun on him. I thought, well, you've got the last word here, buddy. So, buddy. I don't like being called Bud either. Well, Tommy hates it. But hey, when you speak with a Scottish accent, people have a hard time understanding you. You know. Okay, back to these comments. Rory. Yeah, I did mine with via recruitment Glasgow firm. I think £35 all in per day. That includes upload fees, professionals outfit. Hey, that's fantastic. I need to get that sorted out when I get back because I think I've got maybe 3 days to do. But the last time I did it, I ended up going down to Preston because you can just show up there, walk in, the guy does it. My wife and I, I've been told to refer her to as Libby, not my wife, like she's some sort of property that I own, even though I do. No, but Libby and I took her mother down to Blackpool and to one of the hotels we used to go down to in the buses there, and we'll just up early in the morning, run into Preston, do a CPC course, and they always kick you out about 2:30 and run back to Blackpool and we have a night in Blackpool. And did that to cram it in. The last time I did it was when the CPC was coming in, and I got it mine's done in the last day. So it's run out now. That must have been 5 years ago. Yeesh, time goes by. It certainly does. Look, see what comments we got here. But yeah, I'll check that out. Tom Reed, hell, Tommy, trucking's easy compared to a real job. Hey, Tom, yeah, no kidding. It really, really is. And the rates that we get here now, I'm paying my guys a percentage. Justin, do you mind me telling people what your percentage is? Just let me know. If it's answers no, that's fine. Don't worry about it. But if you stick a wee reply on there, that'd be fine. But what these guys make in the States driving trucks is mind-bendingly massive for the amount of education, qualifications, and experience you have to have. Um, Justin says, go ahead. I pay Justin 25% of whatever the truck gets. And my load that I took out to Atlanta paid $5,800. The load back I've got on right now, it delivers tomorrow morning. So that's 6 days down and back, round trip, pays 45. And that's the lowest load we've had lately because the rates are really good. So I think Justin's round trip. Do you mind if I say that? Let me know. But if I was getting paid wages, which I normally don't freaking get because I has to go into the pot to pay everything else, um, would have been over 2.5 grand for 6 days. It's dollars, it's no pounds, but it's good. But but yeah, so that's it's a great job, you know. I took some video footage last night coming through Kansas as the sun was going down, and we were going through Tulane. It's all nice green fields and stuff. It was fantastic, lovely night. You know, yeah, the way down I was pushed for time and I was absolutely wrecked, but that's only because I took the long road through New Mexico um, uh, to see the guys in the oil field. They're packed up for a couple of weeks. Wes is off on holiday to Miami for his birthday, and our new man, he's going to get his license renewed and pack up all his belongings up in New York and head down to the oil field. Wes's dad's he's coming on board to drive for us, so um, Justin has said here that as long as it inspires drivers to hop on board and work for us. I've got a list of people I need to phone, and I apologise to you if you've commented, sent in an email, or that, but um, we try to get trucks on the road, and then I've had to go drive and stuff. So I will be contacting people. I've got a load of people that want to come work, and it's really good. But Justin's load from Idaho Falls down to North Carolina paid 68, and the load that he's got back to Boise, Idaho, pays 52. So that's 12 grand for a round trip to the truck. But I've got things to pay. I've got fuel and drivers and trucks and insurance and massive repairs. But the driver, he's away with 25% of that 12 grand. That's $3,000. So, and I'm proud of the drivers that I have. They're great men. We have more of a friendship than a boss working relationship. You know, Justin and I had a good time running along last night, and we're personal friends as well. Oh, Brett, he's over in. He ended up with a load. He'd go into the desert to pick up a load of spuds going from Nevada to Dallas. So he'll be heading over there, unload Tuesday morning, I think, or Monday night, and then Justin unloads Tuesday morning. So that'll be everybody back to go again. And the oil field people, they've been on to try and get us back down there to Texas for a job that starts on Saturday. So oil field's a good gig. I do like it. I like this as well, you know. So it's trucking's good. Like the trucks, you know. It's a good feeling when when you're in a hammer lane, you know, and it's nice weather and you've got something in the box that's paying you some money. This is what the today though, when we left all the way across Nebraska for 360 miles, it rained that bad that when you looked in the mirror to see if you could pull out and pass somebody, you couldn't see the back of the trailer. So I just didn't like that type of spray and dirty rain, you know. Any more comments here? Here we go. 2-Bit said, Buddy has a completely different meaning in trucking. Oh, does it really? Okay. Well, then, there you go. Perhaps I should find out what that is. But yeah, he had the gun in the shop, and you know you can never get to argue with somebody with a big black gun in his holster in the shop behind the counter. You know, and those great big knee neck guys. You know, so yeah. What happens if he loses it in there with somebody? I often wonder about that. You know, no, the penny caramel is 2 pence now. Pay the full price, or else. No, but trucking's good. Who we got here? Reen Padilla. Is the oil field worth going to as a driver? Yes, it is. I would definitely say so. The guys down there in New Mexico last week, that job finished a bit prematurely, but because the one of the well pads, the drilling, the equipment, the fracking equipment, packed up and had problems with it, so they just decided to transfer everybody back to Texas till that was up and running. But you know, if a guy starts out at 20% and you're in the oil field, then you kind of work your percentage up to 25. You know, if you're down there and those trucks were going from Sanders, if you get a map, Sanders, Arizona, up to, well, it's the middle of nowhere really, but you go up to Farmington and cut over the hill onto the 550 down to close to the Apache Apache Nugget Casino. Those loads are paying about $1,100, and you're on a percentage of that. And you can they did one a day every day. You know, if you put a tire on it, they still manage one a day. Down in Texas, it can be a bit of a hit and a miss because there's a bunch of people in Texas that get down there early and realize they like being in Texas, they like living in Texas, like working in Texas, so they've bought houses, and those guys are down there all the time. So it can be really good if there's a lot of action down there, but if there's not and it's over trucked, it can be difficult. You know, we'd like to set up down there and do it properly. Um, Probably when Wes gets back by the end of June, we'll probably have at least 4 trucks in the oil field. So it's worth it to go down there, especially if you're. When I was up in North Dakota, I would say that that's proper. Everybody's seen ice road truckers, right? To me, that was quite easy compared to trucking in North Dakota in the oil field, because when you see them going across those lakes, and unless I'm misunderstanding it, they're going to cross a frozen lake. They don't just take a mad notion and think, "Hey, I think I can scoot across there in my snow machine or something like that." That that ice is about 3, 4 feet thick. It's checked, it's tested, you know. So they're going to cross there at 22 kilometers an hour, 15 mile an hour or something like that. They're crawling across it. Whereas you're up, and I don't know if somebody could put it on the number of the road that leaves Williston and goes to Newtown in the Indian Reservation. It's like 1845 or some 44 or something like that. That road has got parts that are going down it in complete ice. It's like uh, it's like bits that flow, looks like lava flows that have gone out into the sea, you know. And then you have to go down these things and back up the other side, and it winds and twists. And I think the year I went there, there was 45 drivers killed in Williston in the trucking, you know. So North Dakota oil field trucking is a different thing from Texas. Nothing against Texas to belittle how it is, but if you see my simple sandbox video, you just turn a quarter turn on your container, and some of the places now don't even let you out the truck. So if you're just beginning, the oil field's a good place to go. That's my roundabout way what I was trying to say. Because you go to the sand plant and it's like just a bunch of grain silos a lot of times that you pull under. And when you pull under it, you're on a weigh scale. And so they get your empty weight, and then they just open the box at the top, drop the stuff in, shut the box, you drive away. No backing up required. You get to the oil well and you pull in a big loop. They don't want you backing up in the oil field. Trust me, I know. I've got a long nosed Pete. here, and so I got into a bit of a situation in some of the wells where I couldn't quite make it to get back out, and I had to back up, and I backed up, and then a guy came out like, I just reversed over a freaking bus stop of pensioners waiting to go on a day trip. And he came out there and said, "Hey, no, 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 you have to have somebody come out and watch. We have to watch you back up." I thought, well, the three of you are standing in there. Why didn't you tell me that? But anyway, for the most part, you just pull in, you pull out. And the most you'll drive, these New Mexico wells are exceptionally long because there's not as many sand plants. It's not set up like Texas is very established. But down there, you'll do anything from 60 miles to 130 miles. That's about the average run. Uh, and as long as the loads are coming thick and fast, it's a good gig, you know. I liked it down there, especially in the summertime. You've got nice heat, as long as your air conditioning is working. You've got good weather, good heat, and you'll get a suntan, you know. And there's places to go for stuff to eat, you know. Whereas out there in New Mexico, it's a little bit less cultured. I wouldn't say that Texas is cultured or civilized. That's the word. A little bit more civilized, where you can go to the Cracker Barrel or the Golden Corral and have a buffet and stuff like that. Whereas out in New Mexico, I've heard West tell me it's a lot of times he's been eating gas station food. So let's see here what we got. Rorio, it's all Zoom. All right, now you can do it from your hotel room. I could do that right now. I could get my CPC sorted out before I get back. Fantastic. Thanks for that, Rory. Um, Justin says go ahead. So, yep, that's about what the wages are there. And I've read these already. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, Andrew James says, evening, Tommy. Evening, Andrew. Thanks for popping on. James Brody, no penny caramels now, fella. Cracking day here in Scotland. I don't imagine there is. Imagine it's 2 bob for a penny caramel. I need to learn to speak properly when I'm doing this, because apparently the algorithm in YouTube picks up what you're saying and categorizes your video and puts you into a certain category. And you've seen the sketch on Facebook or on YouTube with the 2 Scottish guys in the elevator trying to do voice recognition to get to floor 11. Well, it's a very similar thing for me. If you ever look on these videos where they've got subtitles, the smart kids can go to the subtitle feature, and instead of listening to me talking, they can sit and quietly and read it. Well, you can maybe do that with some YouTubers, but not with me. It doesn't look anything like what it's supposed to sound like, So, but no, that's what's going on. I'm unloading in Billings, Montana tomorrow morning. So I've got about another somewhere between 400 and 500 miles to go before 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. And I'm in a place here, I'm looking at the sign that for this place that I've stopped at. It's a rest area. And not to offend any American people, but where did you come up with the names for these towns? Right. Alabama. Running through there this week, and I see, you're driving and you're thinking about other things, and you see something, you think, who came up with that name? Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Okay, we have all heard it, but who thinks, let's call this town Tuscaloosa? Right here, I'm in Chugwater, Wyoming. Chugwater. Yeah. I went over Nickajack Lake a couple of days ago, and when I across in Tennessee, Chattanooga. I don't know where these names come from. It must be maybe it's Indian language, I don't know, or something like that. But Tuscaloosa, every time I drive by that, I think, really? Who come up with that? So, but anyway, that's what is going on in the land of my life at the minute. Looking forward to getting this dropped off tomorrow. Looking forward to the fact it's a holiday day, and The banks are shut, and everybody else will be shut. So it's like a long weekend for me because the phone doesn't hardly ring much, you know. So, but that's what's shaking and baking, as they say. I don't know why the flags are flying at half length, you know, half mast these days. Probably something that I don't know about because I've been stuck in a truck. But no, it's the rates are good. The guys that are working are good. My son phoned me right before I did this and said, "Hey, another guy's emailed for a job. You need to keep up with these things." So I need to do that. I really, really, really need to get my little yellow truck dollied up a bit. I need the bumper. I need the hood fixed. A couple of nice seats and a carpet. I'd be quite happy at that. You know, get the old polish out, buff up the wheels and the tanks, try to make it look pretty presentable. So that's kind of my plan for when I go back to Scotland because I want to try and keep this thing for me and Libby to have a retirement tour vehicle or something like that where we can just, where do you want to go? Yeah, we'll go down to Miami. It's a bit cold, so wherever we're at, and then we'll piddle along there and then go visit the kids, spend some time here, some time in Scotland, some time in Tenerife, you know. Be be good. So I want to try and preserve this and drive it myself and get her up to the somebody says Veterans Day. Is it Veterans Day tomorrow? I thought it was Memorial Day. Oh. Oh well. I thought it was. Is Veterans Day the same? Educate this foreign guy, will you? Indians began to call the area water at the place where the buffalo chug. Tom Reed, have you just Googled that? Can't believe I read that out on air. Well done. Well done, well done. Well, I'm looking forward to getting things sorted out. We're getting on top of it all. Trucks are running well. Glad to get that blue one picked up and running. It's got a little oil pressure issue, to tell you the truth. That it's going to be dragged up to Jeff again and get him to have a look at that before Wes gets back from vacation. And then that'll be ready to go back to the oil field. We've got our old white one up there that might be going down there as well. So we'll see what comes up and what we have to do. But I think I'm going to sign off here, eat my Twix, drink my Mountain Dew, and I've got a couple of comments just come in here. Tom Reed, aye, you did. I knew you did. David Richardson, I made a mistake. It is Memorial Day. Thanks for telling me. Thanks for being coming clean there. That's brilliant. Well, it's a lovely day here. I'll just spin this around and let you see where I'm at here. That's the freeway just there. I'll be going that way. And it's a nice drive up through here, you know, getting up into Montana. Or as the guys up in the oil field called it, Montana, because you have to be a real man to go up there. So, Tom Reed, fix the yellow truck or I'll unsub you. LOL. I know. I was thinking of doing that myself. I'm disappointed that I've not. Every time I go, it's just reliable old slogging machine. It keeps going. I need to get it done. Uh, it's bugging me every time I look at it. So it's looking like a bit like one of the rat rods. Justin, we'll catch you later, Tommy. It was fun running with the master. Ooh, the master. Is that me then, eh? Well, thank you very much. It was fun with you, sir. Take it easy and be safe going across Wyoming. I hope the wind is not blowing. Okay, so I'll get off here, give my lady a call, and she's going to pop into the cafe tomorrow. No working, just to make sure everything's all right. It's bank holiday Monday, so expecting it to be Team A mobbed during Ayrshire. Glasgow empties out and comes to Ayrshire on the bank holiday Monday. So if you're in that area, pop in and give some of your dough. Oh, Libby Withers, yes. Thumbs up. I will be speaking to you soon, my dear. Andrew James, take care. Rory, all the best. Thanks. Thanks for coming in. And I'll try and get off this as gracefully as possible this time. And that's it. Give our regards to Scotland. I shall do. Take it easy, Tom. See you later.